Hey folks, Mark Robinson here, driving sustainable, non-shitty leadership. In 2013, the Ego-Continuum was born. Think of this as your leadership sustainability barometer that influences real-time action to check your ego versus your inner sage. Rather than making yourself the center of everything, you instead learn how to respect your leadership authority and incite your teams and staff to feel valued and worthy. Your refined behaviors reduce the cost of rework and apathy. Stop making it about you and make it about your staff. Shitty leaders blame and shame, they bully, they take emotional hostages, and they make it about themselves. How do you lead, and are you self-aware enough to make an accurate self-assessment? In 2017, book one, thousands of you could relate to the term shitty leadership, and everyone said, yes, Mark, I need a copy of that book for me, or I need a copy of that book for every boss I've ever had. Not one person said, I need a copy of that book for me. So everyone can identify with shitty leadership, and they get it's not about calling people shitty people. Shitty leadership is about the behaviors you demonstrate. And everyone believes it because they can identify somebody, but they don't take it internally. They believe it's something that happens to you, that it's not something you do. A survey years ago, 86% of staff surveyed quit their boss and not the company. So which type of boss are you? Then in 2018, book two offers a deeper dive to grasp the concepts of shitty leadership and the data that links here into the receiving end of shitty leadership behaviors. Look at the cost of rework. Look at the blame and shame that comes with that cost of rework and how that leads to employee apathy. This is when your good staff quit and they leave because they're frustrated. Think about all of the times that may have happened to you in the past. Are you able to identify your frequency of where you lead from your best? What about when you take the work home? What about when you're at home? How do things there impact your life? How are you impacting your life at home? Think about how this all hits the bigger picture. Where are you at your best? And finally, we arrive at 2020, a new decade, new hope, new beginnings, and then wham, the world goes into lockdown. The water cooler talks are gone, going out for lunch is gone, people lost their jobs, people were working from home. The risk of employee disengagement due to unsustainable, shitty leadership is at the highest risk it's ever been. Sustainable leadership challenges were there pre-March of 2020. And post of 2020, it's even more of a requirement to eradicate this nonsense. Well-being in the workplace 10 years ago was a poster in your lunchroom talking about eating more fruit and going for a walk. Now, well-being is manifested into a cornucopia of physical, mental, and productivity expectations that includes workplace diversity. It includes a culture of complete inclusion. Where does shitty leadership fit into this? So folks, now we arrive at 2022. And here we talk about how to eradicate shitty leadership nonsense and take these lessons home. And since that's where most of us have been hiding the last 2 years, it's now relevant more than ever. Whether you're a shitty leader or a shitty partner or a shitty husband or a shitty wife or a shitty friend, everyone has an opportunity to improve certain aspects of their life. If you have an insatiable need to be right, if you get into those arguments, if you're not building your partner up and you're tearing each other down, there's some elements here that can help. And this all links back to sustainability in ourselves, in our leadership, and in our relationships. Where do you fit into this mix? True self-aware leaders lead from the heart. They lead from the passion they find in others, and they help mold that passion so their teams can work at their best. They are open to constructive feedback because they give constructive feedback. They understand the difference between feedback versus opinion. The powerful statement there. Feedback versus opinion. They don't lead from the pettiness of the behaviors because they simply want to be right. They start making their leadership all about their staff, and they stop making it about themselves. You simply give them what they need when they need it. Simple, hard to do. And finally, together we can reduce this global pandemic of unsustainable, shitty leadership. Think about all the skills that you can take home. It's time to live your best life and stop being shitty in some aspects. Do you have the courage to look inside? Are you ready and willing to look at maybe there's some elements of this that are honest? Sometimes these reflections are hard. I call it innovative disruption. Fear or change? The choice is up to you. Welcome to the non-shitty leadership revolution. Thank you.